Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gold Rush exclusive. Tony Beats places big bets on 80 Pup. On Discovery's Gold Rush tonight, Tony Beats and the Beats crew are midway through the season and busy working the 80 Pup section of Paradise Hill. In TV show's Ace exclusive clip, we see that the hill for the Dutchman and his crew are not exactly paradise. Despite his competent crew and family behind him, the situation for Tony is always time, money, and available pay to process, and the gold mining gods are not making it easy this season. This episode sees a broken trommel plate, which adds up to 10,000 in lost gold not being processed to repair it. What happens on Gold Rush for Tony Beats? Tony Beats says, "We had some decent pay coming out of 80 Pup, no use leaving anything behind. Money doesn't grow, so you might as well pick it up." His first move is opening the 80 Pup cut at Paradise Hill, where he believes he could grind out over 1,000 ounces in just 4 weeks. Tony Beats says, "So here we are, Paradise Hill, midway through the season, and we've got our record high temperatures, and here is Tony Beats ripping the asterisk out of the permafrost. I mean, we go through all of this trouble and spend oodles of money to get to these places." Bold heavyweight Tony Beats is fighting to get off the mat. After gambling millions on his Indian River operation, he was denied a water license and had to give up on his goal of baking 9,000 ounces this year. But Tony is refusing to throw in the towel. Beats says, "Mike's got to keep that plant fed, 24 hours a day. That takes an awful lot of ing material. 3 bank 7,000-8,000 yards a day through that thing, so that's pretty much a full-time job. So the rest of the team, they better pull up the socks a little bit because otherwise we just quite simply won't be able to find enough material to keep on going." Operator Ruby Mahoney says, "It's very important that we get all of this out of here now while we still can. Hopefully, we can please the gold mining gods and they'll just be good to us. We can just get this material run through without any major problems." Ann's operator Brandon Kerr has just been promoted to feeding the plant. He says, "This is my second season up here in Yukon. It is hard being across the country from your family, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get by. Tony's an awesome boss. Put it this way, if he likes you, you're treated awesome long you don't do no stupid mistakes." The clip ends with a costly problem for Tony's streamlined plant. There is a huge hole discovered in the punch plate of the trommel he has to stop and fix. As the early morning mist settled over the vast, sprawling expanse of the Klondike, the sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden hue across the landscape. This was no ordinary day in the Yukon Territory. It was a day that would be marked in the annals of gold mining history. The legendary Tony Beats, known far and wide as the King of the Klondike, had set his sights on a new, ambitious endeavor, 80 Pup. Tony Beats was no stranger to risk and reward. With a grizzled beard and eyes that seemed to pierce through rock and ore alike, he'd carved out a name for himself in the harsh, unforgiving world of gold mining. His exploits were well documented, each season bringing new challenges and triumphs. But 80 Pup was different. It wasn't just another claim, it was a gamble of epic proportions. The name 80 Pup itself carried weight. It was a claim that had been whispered about in mining circles for years, a patch of ground that promised riches beyond imagination. Yet it was also a site fraught with difficulties: deep permafrost, treacherous terrain, and the ever-present uncertainty of what lay beneath the surface. But for Tony Beats, these were just obstacles to be overcome. Tony stood on a ridge overlooking 80 Pup, the cold wind whipping around him. His mind raced with calculations, strategies, and a vision of what could be. This claim was vast, and its potential seemed limitless, but it would require an equally monumental effort to unlock its secrets. Tony's gaze was steady as he looked over his domain, his thoughts already forming into a plan of action. Down in the valley, the Beats crew was already hard at work. Heavy machinery roared to life, and the ground trembled under the weight of excavators and bulldozers. The team knew that Tony's reputation for success wasn't built on luck alone. It was built on relentless hard work, precision, and an unyielding determination. There was a palpable sense of excitement and urgency in the air. Everyone knew that 80 Pup could be a game changer. Tony's daughter, Monica Beets, was at the helm of one of the massive machines. She had grown up in this world, learning the ropes from her father and proving herself to be just as tenacious. Monica was a force to be reckoned with, and she shared her father's unshakable belief in the potential of 80 Pup. As she maneuvered the excavator with expert precision, she couldn't help but feel a surge of adrenaline. This was their chance to strike it big. Nearby, Mike Beets was overseeing the operation, his sharp eyes missing nothing. Mike had a knack for logistics and planning, ensuring that every piece of equipment was in the right place at the right time. He knew that success in this venture would require seamless coordination and timing. As he directed the crew, he felt a sense of pride in being part of something so monumental. Back at the base camp, Minnie Beets was the heart and soul of the operation. She kept everything running smoothly, from managing supplies to providing much-needed morale boosts. Minnie had always been Tony's rock, supporting him through thick and thin. She knew the stakes were high, but she also knew that if anyone could turn a dream into reality, it was her husband and their incredible team. The days stretched into weeks, each one filled with the relentless grind of digging, sifting, and searching. The permafrost proved to be as challenging as anticipated, but the Beets crew was undeterred. They knew that the rewards lying hidden beneath the frozen ground were worth every ounce of effort. Slowly but surely, they began to see glimmers of hope, tiny flecks of gold that hinted at the treasures waiting to be uncovered. As the operation progressed, Tony couldn't help but reflect on his journey. From his humble beginnings in the Netherlands to becoming a titan of the Klondike, it had been a wild, unpredictable ride. Yet here he was, standing on the brink of another potentially life-changing discovery. 80 Pup represented not just a financial windfall, but a legacy, a testament to the Beets family's indomitable spirit. Word of the Beets endeavor spread quickly, and soon, other miners and prospectors were casting curious glances toward 80 Pup. There was an unspoken understanding that this claim could redefine the gold rush in the Klondike. Competitors watched with a mix of envy and admiration as Tony and his crew pushed forward, undeterred by the challenges that would have sent lesser men packing. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Tony gathered his family around a crackling campfire. The flames danced in the cool evening air, casting flickering shadows on their faces. They shared stories, laughter, and a sense of camaraderie that could only be forged in the crucible of shared hardship and triumph. Tony looked around at his family, his heart swelling with pride. They were more than a team, they were a dynasty.